everybody, Kelly Pearson here. I am here with you today, happy Wednesday, to do a live cook-along, and we are going to be making shrimp Saganaki today. I've never heard of this until I got my recent Tastebuds subscription, which is so amazing. This month we've got some Greek seasoning, we got, I think it was like herbs de Provence, and I can't remember the third one, but it's so cool when these show up at your mailbox once a month and pretty much solidifies what we're gonna have for the rest of the month. It comes with 3 great recipe cards, and then on the fourth recipe card, it'll give you other ways to use the Tastebuds seasonings, which is really great because it's not just a one and done with these packets. It's a 2, 3, 4 recipes and done with these packets, and then that way it's great so you can find out if you like them. If there's something that you want to add in your regular rotation, then you can order them later on. So it is amazing. It's a great way to try new spices out without having the you know, the oh my gosh, what am I gonna get, what should I order, I don't know if I'm gonna like these. It's really cool because they show up, there are so many ideas and so many recipes, and it really makes dinner time a breeze. So I work full-time, and I'm a Pampered chef consultant. I'm a director with the Bizarre Bullet Train. Yay, woo! And so it's really great when I can look on Sunday when I'm doing my meal prep and thinking about what I'm making for the week, and I've got these great recipes and ideas that Pampered Chef is just sending me in the mail. So if you've got yours, drop a comment, tell me what you have gotten that's your favorite so far, what's inspired you in the kitchen, what has made it so much easier for you, and let's get started. So shrimp Saganaki. Apparently Saganaki is a Greek appetizer that is traditionally made in a 2-handled frying pan. And so this recipe, we're going to be using some feta and this Greek rub to give it a Mediterranean feel. So I'm really excited because I've never had this before, and I think my family is going to love it. We are shrimp lovers. We love anything Greek, and we love trying new things. So let's get going. So this recipe actually calls for you to serve it over orzo, but I am gluten-free. So that's what's great about these recipes, is that they're very, very adaptable. I know a lot of people are on, you know, different types of diets. They're on keto, they're doing paleo, they're gluten-free. So to make it easy for us, we are just gonna do it over rice because everybody in my family loves rice. It's easy to make, and truth be told, this is gonna be kind of a little secret of mine. So I just got the micro cooker, and I'm really excited because I'm going to try making rice for the first time in it with you guys here. So there's my 1 cup of rice, and I'm going to grab 2 cups of water real quick. So we've got 1 cup, then we've got our 2 cups of water, and it's supposed to be really easy, and I'm really excited because I've never done this before. So we've got the lid, that's the overflow lid to make sure it's not going to boil over, and then you just pop the lid on, you snap them in place. We're going to put this in the microwave for 15 minutes. So there's the rice. The rice is done. Woo! So it's going in the oven, or in the microwave. So fingers crossed, my first time using the micro cooker in the microwave, and I just ordered it because I can't believe I didn't have it, so I was like, I need to order this. We eat rice a lot around here, so why not, you know, why not get one? So next step, and the recipe cards are really cool because these recipes are super simple. I mean, I'm looking at it here, there are 7 steps to this recipe. Okay, and the first one is set the oven to broil. Okay, so that's not even really a step. So you take that out, and it's like there's 6 steps now. And number 2, heat oil in a broiler safe skillet over medium to high heat for 3 to 4 minutes. Okay, so I am using our Pampered Chef cast iron, and it says 3 to 4 tablespoons of olive oil, and that's probably good. I'm not big on measuring for some reason. I just kind of think I have figured out the way of, you know, the measurements and everything. So that's just kind of me. And then next step, so we've already gotten step 1, step 2. Here comes step 3. It says add an onion, which is going to be 1 small onion finely chopped. And we're just gonna throw it here. And typically I would chop this and just kind of finely chop it real easily with my knife. But another little secret, my very first item I bought in 1995 from Pampered was a food chopper. I had that food chopper until I think 2000 and when did I move here? 2016. When I moved, I was so sad because something happened and it got crushed during the move, like 5 years ago. And I never went ahead and just bought another one, and I don't know why. So when I bought the rice cooker, I went ahead and got me another chopper because I was like, I got to have a chopper. So we are just doing our onions, finely chopped. I mean, how simple is that? I mean, you can do them as fine as you want or as not so fine as you want. And we've got our one small onion finely chopped. I mean, it doesn't get easier than that, really, at all. I mean, my gosh. Okay, so now we've got to add our onion, and it says add it till it's softened. So we're gonna put this in here. Okay, just kind of spread that out a little bit. And then it says add onion and cook until softened, 3 to 4 minutes. So, yeah, it was pretty quick. The cast iron is such a great tool in the kitchen because it's so evenly cooking, like it cooks so evenly, and it cooks pretty quickly if you ask me. So, I don't know, I just love cooking in the cast iron. I use it probably 3 to 4 nights a week. Like last night we made hamburger steaks and I just went ahead and made the gravy and everything in it, and then just threw it in the oven to kind of finish it off. And that's what's so great about the cast iron. You can use it for so many things. Bacon, hamburgers, you know, you're sauteing onions, you're doing potatoes, and once you get them seasoned, oh my gosh, they're great for life. So what I'm doing now, I'm just going ahead and crushing the garlic just so it's done and ready to go. So if you guys don't have the garlic press, get one. I mean, you saw how simple that was. I just did 3 cloves of garlic, and then so sometimes you know how you get the little paper from the garlic stuck back in here. Well, this little brush comes with your garlic press. It's stuck right there. You just take it off, and my eyes aren't as good as they used to be. You just pop it in the holes here, use the back side of this, and bam, there you go. Oh, and there's a trash can right there. I'm not just throwing stuff on the floor. That would be pretty funny, huh? So there's my garlic is ready to go. We've got the onion going, and it's starting to get a little bit opaque. We're just going to let it go for a few minutes. So, okay, so right now we've got our oven broiling, we've got the heat going in the oil, and we're cooking our onion. And then I'm going to go ahead, and I think it's about time to add our garlic, because I can smell the onion, and it's starting to become really, really fragrant. So we've got our onion and our garlic going. You can see the onion is starting to brown just a little bit around the edges. You don't want it to burn. And then, let's see, we've got our garlic. And our rice is cooking in the microwave. Woo! I'm so excited about that. I've never done rice in the microwave. So exciting. So, okay. Next step is we're just going to add some of our canned goods. We've got crushed tomato. And the recipe calls for 1 15-ounce can of crushed tomatoes. And let me tell you, I looked all over that store yesterday. I could not find freaking 1 15-ounce can. Like, all the cans of crushed tomato were gigantic. So I'm just going to go ahead and measure out the 15 ounces because that's insane. I don't want to put too many tomatoes because I don't want it to overpower. So let me grab my measuring cup here. That would have been bad if everything spilled. And it says 15 ounces, and the cool thing, the ounces and the cup and everything, when you set it down, you can read it right here. And we're just going to add 15 ounces of our canned tomatoes, and then we're going to grab a tablespoon of the tomato paste. So we got our tomato paste going, and that wasn't as hard to find as the small can of crushed tomatoes. I just don't know what was so hard with that. Real life here. tablespoon. Okie doke. So we've got our onions and garlics, and it says remove from the heat when you're going to add the crushed tomatoes and the paste, because otherwise it might splatter when it hits the hot pan like that. So let me grab my little grippies here, and I'm just going to slide it off the heat real quick so you guys can see kind of what I'm doing. And then I'm going to add the crushed tomatoes. And if you're pouring over something hot like that, if you put your spatula or your spoon or whatever down here first and pour it onto that, it's going to not splash or splash less. So then we're just going to stir in the onions, or stir into the onions and garlic. And the pan stays super hot anyway, so you don't even really have to worry about anything not getting hot or whatever. And then we've got our tomato paste. Let me grab my little itty bitty spatula here. Or whatever you call this thing. Spatula. Scraper. I always call them the wrong thing. Okay, so we've got our crushed tomatoes, the tomato paste, onions, garlic, and everything smells, oh my gosh, it almost smells like an Italian kitchen because of the garlic. There's so much garlic and it's so fragrant, and it's starting to brown, and oh my god, everything looks so good. So we have gotten, let's see, we got to change my little holder-upper here. We've got this part, you can either use a dry white wine or a chicken broth. I just happen to have some chicken broth right here, so I was like, I'll just use that. Excuse me. And we are going to use 1/4 cup. And that is going to be right here. I know I probably shouldn't even be using the big one for that, but I know where 1/4 cup is. We're going to add that in. Okay, so guys, we are already at step 4 of this 7-step process. I mean, it's just so simple. These recipes, I mean, when my 4-year-old is home, he's out with his dad right now, but when he's here and he wants to help me in the kitchen, these recipes are literally so simple. I mean, he can use the food chopper. He knows how to use the rapid mandolin. He knows how to use, he knows how to use the bubble pan, waffle pan, bubble waffle maker. That one always throws me off. But he is like, he's like my little Pampered chef, sous chef. So, all right. So back to we're going to add it back to the heat. And we're going to add, let's see, some medium heat there. And we are going to add our shrimp. Now, these shrimp, I got them, I do like an online mail order grocery thing. And they came frozen, and they're peeled, deveined, and they actually don't have tails on them either, so that's great. So you're just going to add your shrimp in here, and I love shrimp, my whole family is shrimp lovers, and just add those in there. And the next thing we're going to do, let me wipe my hands off. Let's see here. Next up is we are going to add 1 tablespoon of the Greek rub. No, my hands are still wet. Don't use your teeth. That's bad. Bad example. Being a bad example. So we are going to add 1 tablespoon of our Greek rub, and I will measure that because I like to make sure that I have enough for my next recipe. Here we go. Here's my tablespoon. So we're going to take a tablespoon of this, and that way I know that I'll have enough for another recipe later this week or this month. And we're just going to sprinkle that over. Oh my god, guys, it smells so good. So in the Greek rub is salt, spices, sugar, dehydrated garlic, modified food starch, lemon peel granules, red bell pepper granules, citric acid, natural flavor, canola oil, and turmeric. Which, so I'm not really concerned. Like, I do watch what my sugar intake is and everything, but there's 0 calories. There's 50 servings per container. So 1 serving size is 1/4 teaspoon, so I'm not super concerned about any of that. There's 0 calories, 0 fat, 45 milligrams of sodium, 0 carbs, 0 protein. So I mean, essentially you can use this pretty much in any kind of diet. If you're a stickler about the sugar, then, you know, maybe, but it's just such a minuscule amount that it doesn't even bother me. And the sodium, you need sodium in your diet because you're naturally processing and sweating all day long, so you're gonna be, you know, you're gonna need it eventually throughout your day. So we've got our shrimp cooking. It's turning a little bit pink. And I'm just kind of stirring it around here and make sure that all sides of it are getting under this tomato sauce. Oh my God, it smells so good in here. So we are at, let's see, we've got that, the shrimp, cook until the shrimp is pink, 2 to 3 minutes. We're doing that now, and then, so this is kind of a cool thing. I know you guys have probably seen the TikTok pasta challenge with the feta and the tomatoes and the olive oil and garlic. So this kind of is reminiscent of that. It reminds me of that. I did this the other day. I did the TikTok pasta, and it was really, really good. So to add a little bit of shrimp with it, you're adding a couple of steps, but not really. I mean, the TikTok pasta, there's, you know, just like 3 or 4 steps, and right here we're only at 6 steps if you ask me. Actually, you know, we're on step 6 right here, so we're about to, let's see, we're going to, got our shrimp cooking. Sorry, I was making sure my feta is kind of chunky. So we've got our shrimp in here, and then we are going to, let's see, turn that off. I'm going to take the feta and I'm just going to sprinkle it over the top of our shrimp tomato paste or tomato sauce mixture here. And this is just 1 4-ounce tub, and that's all it calls for. So that's why I'm not measuring that. It just calls for 4 ounces, so that's all you need. And then I've had the oven broiling. So you want to make sure that everything is broiler safe, because you don't want to have, you know, so my oven is broiling, it's smoking. You want to make sure it's something that you can put in the oven, and there we go. So a lot of times I like to leave my oven open when it's broiling, because sometimes I feel like it gets too hot in there and it'll burn the top of whatever you have in there really, really fast. And that's not what we want. We just want the feta to start bubbling and to just kind of coming a little bit brown. You don't want to burn it, you don't want to scorch it, because no one wants scorched or burnt feta. It's kind of bleh. So let me grab a plate here. Small plate. Sorry, thought I had one out. And let's see. So, just going back over this. This is I mean, you saw how simple this recipe is. There's like hardly any ingredients. It's super healthy. Nothing added, nothing fried, nothing, you know, terrible for you. If something's beeping. Oh, it's reminding me a door's open. I have this smart thing here, and sometimes it's way smarter than me. But so if you say you're a vegetarian, vegan, you can always change up the ingredients. So just to make it vegetarian, leave out the shrimp, and you can add like a whole variety of beans. You can add like cannellini beans, or you could do like some chickpeas, because you're still going to get the protein that way. Black beans, just whatever. You can add whatever, do whatever you want with it. I mean, the base is the crushed tomatoes, the onions, and the garlic, and the rub. Whatever protein. I mean, this would be really good with chicken or chicken thighs. There's so many different ways you can make this delicious. And don't be afraid of changing up. You don't always have to follow the recipe. That's my favorite thing. So, here we go, guys. My rice that I've never done in the rice cooker. So it says let stand for 10 minutes, but you know, Lord, I cannot wait. I can't wait for 10 minutes, because that's just how I am. I'm not very patient. So, oh my gosh, you guys. What? Holy cow. Perfectly cooked rice. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I'm so doing this like look. See See my rice? 15 minutes. It didn't stick to the bottom of the pan like every time I do rice, it sticks to the bottom of the pan. I didn't have to do a boil in a bag. Oh my gosh, y'all, I'm so excited. So we're just gonna, I'll try to make it look a little pretty since we're doing a little live video. I'm gonna have a pretty little rice picture here. Okay, so we've got our rice. I'm just like so mind blown with the rice. Got that. And I think we're good with our shrimp. It's perfectly. Watch that. You like that move? We've got our feta melted, starting to brown just a little bit on top. I didn't want to get too crazy with it. Let me put some shrimp on top. Our feta. Oh my God, y'all. I just want to take a bite of this right now. Let's do sprinkle some fresh feta on top. And there we have it. Let me get up here so you guys can see it. Holy moly, this looks so good. So you guys, how about that? We did an entire dinner for my family of 3 in 23 minutes. We made rice, we made shrimp, we did a whole entree, and I mean, minimal mess. I mean, I've got a couple of measuring cups, I got a couple of spoons, a couple of knives, and that's it. I mean, it is so simple. Wow, I can't wait to eat it. This was so fun, you guys. So I hope you guys had fun. I hope you learned something. And if you try out the recipe and you want to take a picture, post it in the comments below because I love seeing food pictures. I am a food picture nerd. I am that person. I've been that person for many years and I can't wait to see your food pictures. And I hope you have a wonderful day because we are about to have some yummy dinner. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.